9 signs your sex is out of control. Now you want to watch all 9, because if your sex is out of control, there's hope, there's help. You can have a great sex life. I want you to have a great sex life. But let's go through these 9 signs relatively quickly. But if you nod off yes, 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 you might have a sex addiction. You might be out of control. But even if you are, there's hope for you. Let's get to this. Number 1, if you're using sexual obsession, behaviors, and fantasy as your primary coping mechanism, you're constantly using sexual fantasy as a way to cope with your life, you turn to sex or sexual behavior, whether it's with yourself or with others, as a way to deal with loneliness, to deal with pain, to deal with past trauma, to keep yourself inebriated, okay? You might have an issue. Number 2, organizing your daily or weekly life around sexual behaviors, looking for those windows where you can act out, go to a strip club, or do this, or get online, or spend time on a hookup site, and you're actually planning this stuff out, and sex is becoming something you're preoccupied with, there might be an issue. Number 3, you're spending large amount of time looking for opportunities to act out sexually with self or others, having sexual behaviors, or even recovering from the behaviors, because sometimes you might spend an hour in a sexual behavior with someone, but you might feel guilty for 3 to 5 days. That's a lot of time. Okay, if you're spending time on hookup sites and grooming people in different parts of the country so that you always have someone you can talk to, that's a lot of time. Number 4, engaging in behaviors you did not intend to. Oh, I think I'll just kind of flirt, I'll just kind of groom, and you end up hooking up. You end up acting out, and you feel bad about this. Oh, I'm never going to cross this line sexually, and you do. Going beyond what you were really prepared to do, your sex might be out of control. Number 5, your mood shifts involving around the sexual acting out behavior. Okay, you experience drastic ups and downswings in energy levels and emotions linked to pursuing, having sex, or even the after sex experience. Okay, you're all jazzed up as you're trying to groom and work this thing out and try to hook up with the prostitute or hook up with the online person, or just talk about it with somebody, and then the letdown if it doesn't happen, and the roller coaster emotionally connected to the sexual chase, you might have an issue. Number 6, escalating patterns of increasing amounts of the behaviors. Okay, you used to go to strip clubs once a month, now it's 3 times a week. You used to go online for these things, periodically, now it's like an obsession. Okay, you used to look at pornography a little bit, but now it's like regularly. Okay, you see this great increase of things. Maybe you're finding new behaviors, multiple partners, higher risk things, new ways of exposing or creating fetishes in your life, doing things that were really against who you were years ago. Number 7, overwhelming sexual desires that are high risk or self-destructive. Now you're moving it up, you're escalating. You're doing things you could get arrested for. You're doing things that you could lose your job for. You're looking at pornography on the company computer. You're doing your flirting and grooming on the job, which you know you're going to get fired for. You're doing things that are now risking your family, or risking your life, or risking your public image of yourself. Your sex is out of control. Number 8, failing in attempts to stop. You have tried to stop, and you can't. You've made promises to stop. You can't keep those promises. You told your wife or husband you wouldn't do this again, and you keep doing it. Okay? And I would say, if that's going on, you're having that, you're trying by yourself and you're not making it, your sex is out of control. The inability to stop your sexual behavior even after you have consequences. I mean, you lost your job and you're still running off to a strip club. I mean, you've lost a marriage and you're still doing the same thing. Your kids don't want to talk to you anymore because you were cheating on mom's best friend. These are consequences you have, and yet you're still going after this. You could get STDs and you're still going after this. See, your sex can be out of control. And it may be that you have a sex addiction. Go to our website, sexaddict.com. Check materials out. You know, if you need support groups or a therapist to talk to, we're here to help you. Sex doesn't have to be out of control. Actually, sex is great. I want you to have a great sex life, emotionally, spiritually connecting to your spouse and really enjoying sexuality. If your sex is out of control, relational sex is no longer satisfying and connecting to you. So if your sex is out of control, please take the next step and do what you can. You know, contact us, get more information, and find out what you can do to live in a life that's not controlled by sex.